So we're going to go to battle flow, and we're going to create 3 more key codes. Put it down here with the rest. Let's call it item 1. And save that. And now what's going to happen is the GM object that script is attached to will now have 3 new ones. So 3 new variables. So let's use the function keys. Let's see where those are on the list. There we go. So we'll do F1, F2, and F3 to correspond to slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3. Save that. Now, what we're going to do is the update section. So, if input, again, the standard way of checking for the keystroke. Get key up again, so we don't have to worry about rapid fire and using multiple items when we only intend to use one. Then we have to look at what's, oops, it missed. So this is going to be pretty clear. It's going to be key code item 1 is going to correspond to what's ever in inventory slot 1. Key code 2 is going to be slot 2. So now we're going to have some nested ifs in here. Slot 1 equals, and just want to check the spelling. It says capital letters with a space in between. Actually, that's just copy and paste. And we're just going to assign a buff to it. So let's take, so we already have hero defense. So battle flow dot hero defense plus equals, and we'll give it like another 10. Just check for the next one. And we'll do a different buff. So you can really see how we're building on those variables that we created at the very beginning of this series. So using this object increases the defense by 10, using this object increases attack power by 10. And just as a placeholder ability, maybe we'll have one to heal. Goes hero. HP. Now, a slot can only be equal to one of these, so we really don't have to do any kind of else statement in there. So I believe that should do it. But that doesn't consume it. That gets the buff, but doesn't consume it. So the next step will be to consume the object. Oops, what did it not like? And as always, missing the double equal sign. And we might as well go ahead and put in the consume while we're at it. So as you recall, for the inventory, there's two parts to it. There is the inventory slot, which stores the item, and there's the inventory slot total. Now, right now, what we're doing is we're only checking if slot 1 is being utilized. So once we're done, we're going to have to copy and paste this for item 2 and then item 3, which will be the corresponding F2 and F3 keys. So what we have to do here is we have to say might be a cleaner way to take care of the redundant lines like this within the if statement, but it makes it really clear what's going on. It makes it easy to track too. And now what we want is, so if this is true, we need to also make sure that we detect if you have used up an item. So if battle flow dot inventory slot total 1 equals 0, should never be less than 0, then battle flow dot inventory slot 1, and we set it back to its blank. And since we don't know what's going to drop, red gives us 10 to defense, blue gives us 10 to attack, green gives us 10 to hero HP, and for the final game you don't have to use those. I'm just looking at different attributes and playing around. So green essence is the easiest one since it has hero HP as a buff. So actually, you know, let's just do that. That for the moment, everything will be green essence. so the green essence dropped. And right now, the keystroke does not look to see if inventory is open. So your preference, we could put in additional code to say, okay, the window has to be open, or a lot of games don't require you to have this open, that you can just have a hotkey to certain items. So first we're going to use that. So we're going to click F1. And then hero HP did go up. This did not automatically adjust. Close that. There should only be one green essence. Should not say two. Right. The green essence is working because it is increasing by 50. It just doesn't adjust it right away, so let's try closing it. Yeah, see, now that it's open, so it's just a matter of a refresh. In finishing up, what we're going to do is, I already jumped ahead and put the line in. What we're going to do, let me cut this out. So in bring to top, this is the script that's attached to the 3 inventory items. Okay. The first half is the first half of the check is simply to check which item the script is attached to, because it's attached to all 3. And then the second part is checking what it's equal to. So what we need to do is we need to do this. So again, we're going to have to do one for each, although this is just the first one. So if it's inventory item, it's not equal to blank, then it should just be set to the inventory slot name. And if you recall, just a few seconds ago, we set inventory slot to blank if the object has been used. And so this should work for the other ones as well. And it gets rid of the ×0 issue too once an item's been used. Only problem with this part is right now this whole section is only for F1, so inventory slot 1. We have to copy and paste this 2 more times, and it's just wherever you see inventory slot 1, inventory slot 1 total has to become number 2. Everything else stays the same. It's basically just saying what's in the inventory slot, and here's the result of that. And then if it's been used, then to reset it. So we open the inventory, see how they're empty now? Well, they're blank, not empty, rather. We kill this. Get a green essence. Now watch, it should update when I click on F1. And there we go. So we just have to clean up that last one. I probably just missed that. I could fix that offline.